Virgo, welcome to your monthly horoscope for April 2024. My name is Adina. I'm an intuitive astrologer, and in this video, I will be walking you through all of the energy and major themes and topics for April. April is one of the biggest months, well, probably the biggest month of 2024 astrologically, so there is a lot to cover. Now, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you align with my energy and enjoy my content. So let's get right into it. So, first week of April, on the 1st, we have Mercury stationing retrograde. Now, because Mercury is your chart ruler, you tend to feel these Mercury retrogrades more so than most of the other signs, you and Gemini. So this is happening in your eighth house of your partner's finances, also psychological healing and transformation. There's quite a lot going on right now psychologically, and also financially because of the nodes being in the second and the eighth house. But also, when with this Mercury retrograde, there could be a lot that you're addressing and healing psychologically because of the Chiron activations. But this can also be showing up as investments, like I said, financially. So maybe money coming in from outside resources or taxes, inheritance. The eighth house is also secrets and the occult. So again, there's quite a lot that you're kind of, I would say, reprogramming psychologically too could definitely be showing up in that way. Now, on the 2nd, we have Venus conjunct Neptune. So this is great for romance because it's in your 7th house of relationships and one-on-one connections. This is also great for creativity, imagination, any artistic ventures. But because it's in your 7th house, I would say that you're probably feeling really good around this time within relationships and your one-on-one connections. Because it's Neptune, sometimes we can be seeing things with rose-colored glasses. So we do want to be watching for that. Now, on the 4th, we have the Sun conjunct the North Node. So this is a typo. This is actually the Sun conjunct the North Node right here. This is a day we really want to have that awareness because there could be some really powerful insight, clarity, understanding with whatever the North Node has activated for you. So whatever you're moving through, whatever stories kind of been playing out with the nodes being in Aries and Libra, this is where there could be something very powerful showing up for you, whether it has to do with finances or whether it has to do with your psychological healing and transformation. Now, on the 5th, we're going to have Venus entering Aries. So Venus is going to enter your 8th house. So this is where I would say just be cautious of spending too much money. But maybe you are. Maybe you're, making some larger purchases with Venus in the 8th house. This could be very supportive. Maybe you're gaining a lot of support when it has to do with your psychological healing and transformation with Venus in the 8th. Then we get to week 2, and on the 8th, we have the new moon solar eclipse in Aries, and that new moon is going to be conjunct Chiron. And that's why I feel like there's a lot of healing taking place with these Virgo risings. And I'm also Virgo rising, as you all know if you watch my videos. But there's quite a lot, shifting when it has to do with thoughts and mindset. And again, psychological healing and transformation. So this is a new beginning though, because this is a new moon solar eclipse. So there's something very powerful beginning. There's a new journey with this energy. But whatever's been activated so far up until this point with Chiron, whatever insecurities or vulnerabilities or old wounds and trauma, whatever has surfaced, this is where there can be a powerful development or understanding or insight into what you're done with, what you're ready to let go, and the direction and the journey you want to move into. Now, I will post a separate video going into the eclipse and the chart and also rising signs. So make sure you watch for that. Now, from the 9th to the 11th, we will have the Mars-Saturn conjunction. And this is going to be in your 7th house of relationships and one-on-one connections. So this energy can become quite intense for relationships. So we do want to watch for that. Especially Mars is ruling all of this 8th house energy. So there's a lot that we're going through psychologically with relationships. So this could be a sudden stop. Saturn wants us to take accountability and responsibility for our energy, our emotions, our actions. That's what Saturn and Pisces is doing. So with this Saturn-Mars conjunction, I mean, something can really be coming to a head here in this time period. So we just, we want to have that awareness and move cautiously and consciously, because, this might be quite triggering. So especially with relationships. Now, on the 11th, we're going to have the Mercury cazimi at 22 degrees. And this is when the Sun and Mercury form a conjunction. So, this is where there can be some really powerful intuitive downloads, insight, clarity, understanding around whatever you've been moving through with this Mercury retrograde energy, whatever you've been moving through psychologically or financially, because it is in that eighth house of, money coming in from outside resources. And I'm sure, it's a mixed bag for everyone. But this is where there can be, some clarity, or I don't even know if it's clarity, but some type of development, some type of intuitive download, some type of better understanding with this whole journey that's taking place. So we do want to pay attention on that day. Then we get to the third week of April, and on the 15th, we have Mercury retrograde conjunct Chiron. So, again, this is another big development around the healing journey, the healing process. I did post a Mercury retrograde video going into all these charts and energies, so make sure you check that out. But again, this is a day that we want to have that awareness because there can be something triggered or activated around healing. There could be a better understanding. There could be some insights. There could be an intuitive download, a conversation, something coming in that has to do with the healing journey. Now, on the 17th, we have Venus conjunct the North Node. So, this is where there could be some support. This could have to do with finances because Venus rules the second house of finances. Venus also rules your ninth house, too, of belief systems, higher education, higher knowledge, long distance travel. I think when Venus forms a conjunction to the North Node, this is like a really strong understanding of your needs, wants, and desires and what you, in the direction that you want to move in with that. Maybe what you're done with, what you no longer want to hold on to, and now you're ready to kind of move forward. And that's kind of the energy with the 15th, 15th, 17th, and 18th. Mercury conjunct Chiron, Venus conjunct the North Node, and Venus conjunct Mercury retrograde. This time period, I think, is really just bringing in better developments and understandings around your needs, wants, and desires, and what you're done with, what you no longer want to hold on to, and the direction you want to move in. Then, when we get between the 17th and the 21st, we have the Jupiter Uranus conjunction. This is big. Now, this conjunction comes exact on the 20th, and this is in your ninth house of higher education, higher knowledge, long distance travel, philosophy, religion, belief systems. So, Jupiter and Uranus is activating something. And I want to hear everybody's astrology stories in the comments below because we have so many unique transits this month. So please feel free to let me know how all this energy shows up for you. But, this Jupiter Uranus conjunction is not just affecting this area of life. Jupiter also rules your fourth house of home, family, property, and real estate. Uranus rules your sixth house of work, health, and daily routine. And then Jupiter rules your seventh house of relationships and one-on-one connections. So this conjunction is bringing in, is affecting multiple areas of our life. But Uranus is bringing in this disruptive, chaotic, kind of shocking element to the whole thing. Jupiter is the planet of expansion. So there's something really big coming in for all of us. It's just a matter of which area of life is this working with? And it could be, touching on all of these areas of life. So this is a time period that we, want to pay attention to what is showing up. Uranus is also the great awakener. This could be affecting your belief systems in some way, or maybe beliefs around religion, because it's in that ninth house. So let me know in the comments below how this shows up for you. Then on the 19th, we will have the sun entering Taurus. So bringing more focus. We start Taurus season, and now there's more focus and more energy in that ninth house. On the 21st, we will have Venus conjunct Chiron. So again, there's more developments with this whole healing journey, healing process. Maybe you're connecting with a friend and getting some support. Maybe you're having a conversation with something. Or again, it's just part of the better of developing a better understanding of your needs, wants, and desires, especially around healing. Maybe, certain things that used to trigger insecurities or vulnerabilities, maybe you're releasing some of those aspects of yourself and having a better understanding of what those aspects are with this energy. Then we get to the fourth week, and on the 23rd, we have the full moon in Scorpio. So this is the first full moon in Scorpio that's not an eclipse in quite a while. This is in your third house of communication, mindset, your thoughts, also community, neighbors, vehicles, siblings, cousins. So those themes and topics are lit up with this full moon. Now, I will be posting lunation videos. I always post lunation videos going into the chart and all 12 rising signs. So I don't spend too much on the lunations in the horoscopes because I get into them much deeper in the lunation horoscopes. But I did want to note here that Uranus is going to move to 22 degrees. And so we'll still in Jupiter will be at 22 degrees at this point. So even on the 23rd, we're still in that Jupiter Uranus energy. Now, on the 25th, we have Mercury stationing direct, and that's going to happen right on top of the North Node. Now, Mercury entered pre-shadow right on top of the North Node. So, whatever you've been moving through since March 18th, this is where there is clarity. There are big developments taking place here. There's better understandings, big insights, intuitive downloads, big conversations, information. There's something clicking on this day with Mercury conjunct the North Node, and there's a better understanding of the direction you want to move in and what you're done with. Now, on the 27th to 28th, we will have the Mars conjunction to Neptune. This is going to be in your seventh house of relationships. But Mars conjunct Neptune can sometimes just, cause confusion with how you want to take action with something. But this is also great. Well, and also Mars Neptune conjunctions too you can feel like your energy is a little depleted, and this is something that we'll all be moving through because Mars rules our motivation, willpower, drive, how we take action. Neptune is very it brings in this like confusing element, and it kind of diminishes the Mars energy. So there's a time period where our energy could feel a little bit depleted, or we're just not feeling ourselves, or we could be feeling extra creative, extra romantic. It all depends on how what your relationship is with Mars. Some people have a great relationship with Mars, some people don't. It depends on if Mars is your most malefic planet, how this is going to show up for you. And this could again be around, relationships, because it is in that seventh house. Now, on the 29th, we will have Venus entering Taurus, bringing more focus to that ninth house of higher education, higher knowledge, long distance travel, also belief systems. Venus is at home in Taurus, so this is a great energy for Venus. On the 30th, we have Mars entering Aries. So this is where we gain our motivation, willpower, and drive back because Mars is at home in Aries. But again, depending on your relationship with Mars is going to depend on how this, shows up for you. There could be issues around your partner's finances with Mars in the eighth house. There could be issues around, death. Actually, death is in the eighth house as well. So there could be issues around death. There could be issues, not necessarily your death, just people or you know what I mean? Usually the eighth house has to do with like other people's death, just people around you. There could be issues with, psychological healing and transformation, or there could just be a lot of motivation and willpower in this, area of life. You're super motivated to make money or, something along those lines. But Mars does great in Aries. Mars is at home in Aries. So this is generally really good for motivation, willpower, drive, taking action, going after what we want and getting things going. So thank you so much, Virgo, for joining me. I hope this helps you navigate the energies for April. This is a big month. Don't forget to put your astrology stories in the comments below, and I will connect with you in the next one.